Welcome to a journey into the heart of Islamic spiritual philosophy, where timeless questions and profound wisdom guide us toward deeper understanding. Ahmad, a young philosophy student from Al-Azhar University, sat in the quiet library with his heart full of questions that had been contemplating for so long. What is the soul, and how can we reach the true essence of existence? He opened the Quran to the verse that says, "And they ask you about the soul. Say, the soul is of the affair of my Lord, and you have not been given of knowledge except a little." In a mosque garden, Ahmad met Sheikh Yusuf, an elderly scholar renowned in mystical theology. "My son, the journey to spirituality is not merely a search in books, but it is purification of the heart and practice." He quoted the teaching of Imam Al-Ghazali, "The heart has two eyes, one sees this world and the other sees the next world. When the eye of this world becomes blind, the eye of the next world becomes illuminated." Ahmad learned that the soul has three levels: nafs nabatiya, which is the basic life drive; nafs hayawaniya, which is about feelings and emotions; and nafs natika, the level of reason and the highest consciousness. The teaching of Wadat al-Wujud tells us that everything is a manifestation of Allah in different forms. Sheikh Yusuf taught Ahmad the stages of spiritual development. Tawbah, O you who believe, turn to Allah with sincere repentance. Dhikr, the Prophet said, the remembrance of Allah is the polishing of the heart. Muraqabah, observing the workings of the mind and, controlling thoughts. Fana, merging with the ultimate reality. One night, while Ahmad was sitting in contemplation, he experienced a profound moment. He felt like a drop of water merging with the ocean. He understood Rumi's words, "You are not just a drop in the ocean, but you are the entire ocean in one drop." Ahmad began to understand that Islamic spiritual philosophy is not separate from daily life, but rather a way of viewing life from a deeper dimension. He wrote in his diary, "The soul is not something we must search for, but something we must remember we are." Spiritual philosophy helps Muslims understand the meaning of being a complete human, or, al-insan al-kamil. The integration of reason and revelation is, honestly, essential in understanding the world. This is what we call AQL and Wahi. In today's world, we often face a whole lot of challenges brought on by materialism and modern life. Providing guidance in dealing with these challenges is, more important than ever. Helping life to have clear meaning and purpose is, honestly, something we all strive for. It's about finding direction, even when things get a bit overwhelming. From Quran, "And we breathed into him of our spirit," Al-Hijr 29. "And in yourselves will you not see?" Ad-Dariyat 21. "We will show them our signs on the horizons and within themselves," Fusilat 53. From Hadith, "Whoever knows himself knows his Lord." Whoever knows himself knows his Lord. Allah is closer to him than his jugular vein. Prayer is the ascension of the believer. From early scholars, Imam al-Ghazali described a four-stage system of heart purification: Tawbah, faith, certainty, and gnosis. His book Ihya Ulum al-Din, combines law and mysticism. Ibn Arabi introduced the theory of al-insan al-kamil. There's also the concept la mawjuda illa Allah. Maulana Rumi's poetry, beautifully expresses the soul's journey, a longing to return to its origin, a quest for meaning and unity. Through his verses, the concept of sacred love comes alive, showing how the soul yearns for connection with the divine. Ibn Sina, blending Greek and Islamic thought, offers a fascinating perspective on psychology and philosophy. He presents the theory of the immortal soul, suggesting that the soul, transcends the physical body and continues its existence beyond this earthly life. From a philosophical dimension, the soul is considered the essential nature of humans, connecting each individual to the divine source. This idea, really highlights the profound relationship between our inner self and the greater reality. So, in the mystical dimension, the soul actually requires training and purification to return to its original state. In the theological dimension, the soul is considered the breath of Allah that distinguishes humans from animals. And in the ethical dimension, spiritual development leads to virtue and ultimately human perfection. At the end of this journey in the story, Ahmad understood that Islamic spiritual philosophy is not merely theoretical knowledge, but a meaningful way of living. It is an endless journey, a search that leads to discovery. My son, the soul is not a puzzle to be solved but a truth to be lived. And in Ahmad's heart, the darkness of questions became the light of understanding, which would guide him to new journeys in each day of his life. And Allah brings them out from darkness into light. Al-Baqarah 257.